What's up, YouTube? I'm Protech, and I've got another Starcraft 2 video for you today. Alright boys, in today's video we're going to be doing something a little different. I got a comment here that says, hey, could you do team game build order tutorials for all three races? Why yes, Saw Gerrera, I certainly can. What's up guys, welcome back. Before we get into the Protoss tutorial today, I just want to give a quick shout out to Philip for the $50 tip, man. I really appreciate that, dude. Thank you ever so kindly for contributing to keeping this content going. I really appreciate that. There's a message here and it says, finally set up the account here. Dude, good luck in your endeavors. I've been watching you since do you like balls on your face kind of times. Keep up your YouTube thing. I always enjoyed your uploads. Hey man, really appreciate it, dude. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And without further ado, let's get into the video. The first build we're going to cover here for the Protoss race is the double gate open. So you're going to make your first worker and you're going to rally your nexus to your ramp. At 16 supply, you're going to build your first gateway. And then at 17 supply, you're going to build your next gateway. At 18 supply, you're going to build your first assimilator. And then at 18 supply, you're going to build your second assimilator. The next step to this build is building your cybernetics core whenever this finishes. Could be at 19 supply, could be at 20 supply, just depends on how far the distance is between the ramps, etc. And then you're going to saturate your gases. At 20 supply, or 21 supply, whichever, whenever you get 100 mineral after this, you're going to build your second pylon. Now from here, I like to go up to 17 workers on my main here, mainly because the timing just works out really well. When that core finishes, you're going to make 2 adepts, and then you're going to chrono boost both of your gateways, and you're going to upgrade the technology warp gate on your cybernetics core. Now this right here is the basic open. What you do with this is it all depends on you. There are many different things that you can do with this. You can either go Robo, you can either go Twilight Council, or you can go Stargate. Alright boys, the next build we're going to cover here is the 1 gate expand. At 13 you're going to rally to your ramp. Now it's not advised to use this build too much, because if people become, if you become known for doing this build, people will do a lot of all-in play on you, and you'll lose to a lot of early rushes, you'll lose to a lot of early all-ins and stuff like that. So it's not advised to use this all the time in 2v2, but it's definitely a good build to throw into the mix every once in a while. So you're going to gateway on 16. You're going to take your first gas on 17 supply. And then you're going to go up to 19 probes. And when you're getting pretty close to 400 resources, you're gonna send whatever worker out to your natural. And then you're gonna stop making workers at 19. You're gonna expand on 19. You're gonna take your cybernetics core on 19. And then you're going to take your second gas at 20 supply. From here, you're going to take your next pylon at 21. And I like to use a chrono boost on my Nexus at 21 as well. And then you're going to saturate your gas. And now you're 16 out of 16, you're fully saturated. And from that point, I like to rally my workers from this Nexus to this natural location because I'm fully saturated here. Now, you can do whatever you want from here, Twilight Council, Stargate, extra gateways, whatever. It's all up to you and what you've scouted. But this is the way you're going to want to do a Gateway Expand build in team games. It's the safest way to do it. And, yeah. The final build that we're going to cover here today, guys, is the Stargate Expand build. And this is a build that I recommend very highly. You're going to rally your worker, your 14th worker to your ramp. You're going to take your gateway. You're going to build your gateway at 16. You are going to gas at 16. And then you're going to take your second gas at 17. Once this gas completes, you're going to saturate it with your probes. And at 18, you're going to rally that probe to the ramp. At 19, you're going to take your core. And then at 20, you're going to build your second pylon. I would recommend building your second pylon in a place where an overlord isn't going to scout it. And then from here, you're just going to keep making workers. You're going to build your Stargate. The moment that your core finishes. You're also going to build an Adept, and you're going to get Warp Gate. Now from here, it really all just depends on what happens in the game. I cut workers at 17, by the way. You know, you may want to expand off of this, or you may want to drop 2 gateways off of this. You can do whatever you want. Typically what I'll do is I'll go up to 2 Adepts, and then I'll make 2 gates. And then I'll queue up an Oracle here. But again, you can do whatever you want. You can expand off of this, you can double gate off of this. It really just depends on what's going on in the game. If your opponents are being aggressive, then I would recommend going for 2 gates off of this Oracle open. If they're not being aggressive, then I would recommend expanding and then making 2 gates. And then with this, I would recommend with this build going up to 5 oracles, because 5 oracles is going to keep you safe from literally everything in the early stages of the game. The thing about Protoss, guys, is that it's really, in team games, it's really hard to tell you how to play, because Protoss is essentially the reactionary race nowadays. Like, you know, Zerg always used to be the reactionary race. It's not really the case anymore. Protoss is, in 2v2, Protoss is the reactionary race. So you can use these basic builds that I've given you today, but you really have to try to get information and base your play off of what you're seeing. As a general rule, if your opponents are being aggressive, you want to build your infrastructure before you build your nexus. If your opponents are not being aggressive, then you want to take your nexus before you take your nexus. And that's going to wrap it up for the Protoss tutorial today, you guys. Thank you all very much for tuning in. What's up, guys? Thank you for watching the video today. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content. If you guys want to help me out to keep producing this, you can click this bubble right here. It'll send you to my Streamlabs, and just follow the instructions to do a donation. It really helps me out a lot, keeps me going, and you know, keeps me making this content for you guys on a full-time basis. Also, to subscribe, simply click that bubble up there, and to watch my latest video or a suggested video, simply click the video that's up here. Once again, guys, thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace out.